Welcome to this extraordinary journey, a deep dive into the boundless potential that resides within you. Have you ever felt that there's more to life you could achieve, more power you could discover, yet somehow an invisible barrier holds you back? This is the moment to break down that barrier, to realize that every limitation you perceive is merely an illusion created by perception. We will delve into the core of your being, discover the true blueprint of who you are, and how you can activate the extraordinary abilities that have long been dormant. We live in a fast-paced world, filled with distractions and demands, which often make us forget the essence of ourselves. We get caught in routines, trapped by habits, and fixated on limiting beliefs. However, beneath all this hustle and bustle, a fundamental truth lies hidden. You are a being of infinite capability. Every passing second is a new opportunity to shape your reality, to create the mark you desire in this world. Time is not merely a sequence of hours and minutes. It is the most valuable currency you possess, a tool that allows you to create, grow, and manifest your dreams. Understanding the value and power of time is the first step towards true self-mastery. It's not about how we fill our time, but how we use it to cultivate ourselves, to invest in our potential, and to build a meaningful life. At the heart of our existence lies a power far greater than we often realize: energy. We are energetic beings, and every thought, every emotion, every action we take emits a frequency. Understanding how this energy works within us, how positive thoughts can attract positive outcomes, and how we can align ourselves with the vibrations of success and happiness is key to unlocking the door to new dimensions of life. This is about controlling the electrical current within us, transforming it into an unstoppable driving force towards our goals. Imagine yourself as a broadcasting station, constantly sending signals into the universe. What you send out is what will return to you. Furthermore, we will delve into the ocean of the subconscious, a mysterious yet highly influential dimension within us. The subconscious mind is the secret repository of all our beliefs, experiences, and habits. It is the director behind the scenes of our lives, influencing our every decision and reaction, often without us realizing it. By understanding how the subconscious works, we can begin to reprogram limiting patterns, implant empowering beliefs, and create a solid foundation for personal growth. This is a process of dismantling and rebuilding, replacing old software that no longer serves us with a stronger, more efficient version. This journey will also lead us to uncover habits. Habits are the invisible threads that tie us to our daily routines. Whether good or bad, they shape who we are and where our lives are headed. We will learn how to identify hindering habits, how to break their chains, and how to form new habits that support our goals and aspirations. Transformation is not a single event, but a series of consistent small actions, repeatedly forming positive habits that lead us to success. It's about building a solid habit architecture that automatically propels us forward, even when motivation wanes. Prepare to challenge what you think you know about yourself. Perhaps you've been told, or you've come to believe yourself, that there are things you can't do, that there are limits to your potential. However, it's time to erase all those doubts. You have the power to exceed expectations, to do things you previously thought impossible. Stories of people achieving extraordinary things often begin with an unwavering belief in themselves, even when others doubted them. we will see how to shift your self-view from "I can't" to "How can I?" and thereby open the door to infinite possibilities. This journey may also involve facing some realities that might feel uncomfortable. Sometimes, to grow, we must confront areas where we might feel insensitive or dull to our own or others' emotional needs, or where we have ignored our intuition. This is not about criticism, but about awareness. By being more sensitive to ourselves and the world around us, we can make wiser choices, build deeper relationships, and experience life with greater intensity. This is about sharpening our senses, aligning ourselves with the frequency of truth, and embracing vulnerability as strength. Amidst all the challenges and struggles, we will also realize how blessed we are. Blessings are not just about material possessions or mere luck, but about the ability to see good in every situation, to appreciate every moment and find lessons in every experience. Gratitude is the key that unlocks the door to abundance, attracting more things to be grateful for into our lives. This is about shifting perspective, from focusing on what is lacking to appreciating what already exists, and thereby attracting more good into our being. Remember, you are always under construction. Like a building that is constantly being repaired and improved, you are also continuously evolving. There is no final destination where you suddenly become perfect. Instead, there is an endless journey of growth. Every experience, every failure, every success is a brick that shapes who you are. Accepting that you are under construction is the greatest freedom, because it means you have permission to learn, to make mistakes, and to continuously become the best version of yourself. This is a philosophy of continuous growth, where every day is an opportunity to be slightly better than the day before. Ultimately, all these insights will lead to one empowering truth. You are only one act away from change. The biggest dreams, the boldest goals, often require only one first step, one brave decision to start the momentum. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. This is a call to action, to apply what you learn, and to start creating the life you've always envisioned. This is about the power of momentum, how one small action can trigger a chain of events that changes everything, and how the courage to take the first step is the key to unlocking the door to the limitless. Welcome to this transformative journey. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Unleashing the Boundless Self. Welcome to the first chapter of our transformative journey, a deep dive into the extraordinary power that lies dormant within you, waiting to be awakened. In the introduction, we touched upon the idea that you are a being of infinite potential. Yet so often, we find ourselves constrained by invisible barriers, self-imposed limitations, and the echoes of past experiences. This chapter is dedicated to dismantling those very notions, to truly understand, embody, and unleash the boundless self that is your birthright. For centuries, philosophers, mystics, and scientists have pondered the true nature of human capability. What if I told you that the limitations you perceive are not inherent to your being, but rather constructs of your mind, shaped by your beliefs, environment, and conditioning? Imagine for a moment a vast ocean, stretching endlessly in every direction. Now picture a small, self-imposed wall within that ocean, limiting your perception of its true expanse. This wall represents the boundaries we unknowingly erect around ourselves, preventing us from navigating the full scope of our inherent power. Our true self, Our limitless potential is akin to that boundless ocean, waiting for us to dismantle the artificial walls and explore its infinite depths. The concept of being limitless isn't a mere platitude or a feel-good slogan. It's a profound truth rooted in the very fabric of existence. Think about the universe itself, constantly expanding, ever creating, boundless in its scope. You are an integral part of this universe, a microcosm reflecting the macrocosm. If the universe is infinite and you are a product of it, then logically, you too carry that spark of infinity within you. This isn't about arrogance or delusion, it's about recognizing your true design. One of the primary architects of these perceived limitations is our mind, specifically the subconscious mind, which we will explore in greater detail later. From a young age, we are bombarded with messages, both explicit and implicit, about what we can and cannot do, what is possible and impossible. These messages, absorbed and internalized, form the bedrock of our belief system. If you grow up hearing that success is hard, or that you're not smart enough, or that certain dreams are reserved for others, these become your truths. These beliefs act as invisible programming, dictating your actions, shaping your perceptions, and ultimately defining the boundaries of your world. To unleash the boundless self, the first crucial step is to identify and challenge these limiting beliefs. This requires introspection, a willingness to look inward and question the narratives you've been telling yourself, consciously or unconsciously. Ask yourself, where did this belief come from? Is it truly my truth, or is it something I adopted from others? For instance, perhaps you've always believed you're not creative. But when did that idea originate? Was it a comment from a teacher, a comparison to a sibling, or a single failed attempt at an art project? By tracing the origin of these beliefs, you begin to see them not as absolute facts, but as mutable programs that can be rewritten. Consider the power of the human imagination. Every invention, every masterpiece of art, every scientific breakthrough began as an idea, a vision in someone's mind. The imagination is a boundless playground where possibilities are infinite. Yet we often restrict this very power, telling ourselves our ideas are too big, too impractical, or simply not achievable. True liberation begins when you give yourself permission to dream without constraint, to envision a future for yourself that feels exciting, challenging, and yes, even a little audacious. Don't censor your dreams based on your current reality, because your current reality is a reflection of your past beliefs and actions, not your future potential. Another significant aspect of unlocking your boundless self involves understanding and harnessing the power of your energy. Everything in the universe, including you, is energy vibrating at different frequencies. Your thoughts and emotions are not just abstract concepts. They are energetic vibrations. Positive thoughts like gratitude, love, and joy vibrate at higher frequencies, attracting similar high-frequency experiences and opportunities into your life. Conversely, negative thoughts such as fear, anger, and doubt vibrate at lower frequencies, potentially attracting less desirable outcomes. You are a living magnet, constantly attracting what you are emitting. Therefore, cultivating a mindset of optimism, gratitude, and unwavering belief is not just about feeling good. It's about actively shaping your energetic field to attract the boundless possibilities that align with your highest aspirations. This means being mindful of your inner dialogue, consciously choosing thoughts that empower you, and actively practicing gratitude for what you already have and for what is on its way. It's about recognizing that your emotional state is a powerful indicator of your vibrational alignment. When you feel good, you are in flow. When you feel resistance, it's a sign to adjust your perspective. The concept of limitless also applies to your capacity for learning and growth. The human brain is an incredibly adaptable organ, capable of forming new neural pathways throughout your entire life. This neuroplasticity means that you are never too old or not smart enough to learn something new, master a skill, or embark on a completely different path. The only limits to your learning are those you impose on yourself. Embrace a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. This mindset transforms challenges into opportunities, failures into lessons, and obstacles into stepping stones. Think of individuals who have achieved extraordinary feats against all odds. What set them apart? It wasn't necessarily superior talent or intelligence, but an unshakable belief in their own boundless capacity and a relentless commitment to their vision. They refused to be defined by their circumstances, by the opinions of others, or by past failures. They understood that every setback was merely feedback, an opportunity to adjust their approach and continue forward with renewed determination. Their stories are not exceptions. They are demonstrations of what is possible when one truly taps into their boundless nature. To practically begin unleashing your boundless self, start with small but consistent actions. First, practice daily affirmations that reinforce your unlimited potential. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," affirm, "I am capable of anything I set my mind to," or "My potential is infinite." Speak these words with conviction, feeling their truth resonate within you. Second, visualize your desired outcomes as if they have already happened. See yourself achieving your goals, experiencing the joy and satisfaction that comes with them. Engage all your senses in this visualization. The more real it feels, the more powerfully it imprints on your subconscious. Third, take inspired action. While belief and visualization are crucial, they must be coupled with action. What is one small step you can take today, right now, that aligns with your vision of your limitless self? It doesn't have to be a grand gesture. Even a tiny step builds momentum and reinforces your commitment. Fourth, surround yourself with positivity. This includes the people you spend time with, the content you consume, and the environment you create for yourself. Negative influences can unintentionally reinforce limiting beliefs. Seek out those who uplift, inspire, and believe in your potential. And finally, embrace discomfort. Growth often happens outside of our comfort zones. When you feel a sense of unease or fear about pursuing something new or challenging, recognize it as a signal that you are on the verge of expansion. Lean into that discomfort, knowing that on the other side of it lies a new version of your boundless self. Remember, the journey to unleashing your boundless self is not a destination, but a continuous unfolding. There will be moments of doubt, setbacks, and even moments where you feel you've regressed. This is all part of the process. The key is to remain persistent, to continuously return to the core truth of your infinite potential, and to treat every experience as a lesson on your path to self-mastery. You are not a fixed entity. You are a dynamic, evolving being, capable of transforming, growing, and achieving far beyond what you currently imagine. The power is not outside of you. It is profoundly, undeniably within you. Now, let's explore how you can begin to harness this incredible power, one intentional thought and action at a time. The next chapter will delve into the profound connection between your existence and the concept of time, revealing how you can master this precious resource to further unlock your potential. Chapter 2: The Alchemy of Moments. Mastering your temporal canvas. In our first chapter, we delved into the profound truth that your potential is inherently infinite, waiting to be recognized and actualized. Now, as we transition into Chapter 2, we will explore another fundamental aspect of your existence, one that is perhaps the most precious and often the most misunderstood resource at your disposal: time. We will reframe our understanding of this seemingly linear construct and discover how to truly master your temporal canvas. Most of us perceive time as an external, unyielding force marching relentlessly forward, dictating our schedules and limiting our possibilities. We often hear phrases like, "Time is running out," "There's not enough time," or "I don't have time." This perspective, however, positions us as passive recipients of time, rather than active creators within it. What if we shifted this paradigm? What if we began to see time not as a scarce commodity, but as an expansive medium, a canvas upon which we paint the masterpiece of our lives? This chapter invites you to become the alchemist of your moments, transforming fleeting seconds into building blocks of profound purpose and achievement. The true essence of time is not merely a measurement on a clock or a date on a calendar. It is the space within which creation unfolds. Every intention, every action, every thought you manifest occurs within the realm of time. Therefore, your relationship with time directly impacts your ability to realize your boundless potential. If you view time as a constraint, your actions will be limited. If you view time as an opportunity, your possibilities become endless. This is not about magically creating more hours in the day, but about optimizing the quality and intentionality of the hours you already possess. Consider the profound connection between your perception of time and your emotional state. When you feel overwhelmed or rushed, time seems to accelerate, slipping through your fingers. When you are fully engaged in an activity you love, deeply immersed in a state of flow, time often appears to slow down or even disappear altogether. This phenomenon is a powerful indicator that time is not merely external, it is profoundly influenced by your internal state. Your presence, your focus, and your intentionality can stretch or compress your experience of time, making it a flexible ally rather than a rigid master. One of the most significant pitfalls in our relationship with time is the tendency to live in the past or the future, rather than fully inhabiting the present moment. The past, while a valuable source of lessons, can become a cage if we dwell on regrets or missed opportunities. The future, while essential for planning and vision, can become a source of anxiety if we constantly worry about what's to come. The only point of power, the only moment where you can truly create and act is now. This is where the alchemy happens. By grounding yourself in the present, you unlock your capacity to respond consciously to life, rather than reacting reflexively to its demands. To begin mastering your temporal canvas, the first critical step is to cultivate profound awareness of how you are currently spending your time. Many of us operate on autopilot, drifting from one task to another, filling our days with activities that may not truly serve our highest aspirations. This often leads to a sense of busyness without true productivity, a feeling of being constantly active but rarely fulfilled. Take a moment to honestly assess your daily routine. Where do your hours go? Are they invested in growth, creation, and connection? Or are they consumed by distractions and obligations that drain your energy without yielding significant returns? This self-awareness is not about judgment, but about gaining clarity to make conscious choices. Once you have this clarity, the next step is to align your time with your deepest values and goals. What truly matters to you? What kind of life do you aspire to create? If your actions throughout the day do not reflect these core values, you will inevitably feel a disconnect, a nagging sense that something is amiss. This alignment requires a shift from merely managing tasks to managing energy and purpose. Instead of asking, "What do I need to do?" ask, "What is the most impactful thing I can do right now that moves me closer to my vision?" This qualitative shift in questioning transforms your relationship with every minute. The concept of intentional scheduling becomes paramount here. This is not about rigid adherence to a minute-by-minute plan, but about proactively allocating your most valuable resource, your time, to activities that truly matter. Block out dedicated time for your highest priorities: creative work, personal growth, meaningful relationships, self-care. Treat these blocks with the same reverence you would an important meeting. When you proactively decide how you will invest your time, you reclaim your agency and prevent your day from being dictated by external demands or the whims of others. This is about being the architect of your day, not just a resident in it. Another powerful technique for mastering time is the practice of deep work. In an age of constant connectivity and superficial multitasking, the ability to focus intensely on a single high-value task without distraction is a rare and invaluable skill. Deep work allows you to tap into your full cognitive abilities, producing high-quality output in less time. This means consciously eliminating distractions during dedicated work periods, turning off notifications, closing unnecessary tabs, and creating an environment conducive to intense focus. When you engage in deep work, you are not just spending time, you are investing energy with maximum return. Furthermore, recognize that time also encompasses moments of rest, reflection, and rejuvenation. In our productivity-driven society, there's a pervasive myth that constant busyness equals success. However, consistent peak performance is unsustainable without adequate recovery. Just as an athlete needs rest days to build muscle, your mind and body need periods of stillness to consolidate learning, recharge energy, and foster creativity. Scheduling white space in your calendar, time for walks, meditation, hobbies, or simply doing nothing, is not a luxury. It is a strategic necessity for sustained high performance and overall well-being. These seemingly unproductive moments are often where breakthroughs occur and clarity emerges. Let's address the common challenge of procrastination. Often procrastination isn't a sign of laziness, but a manifestation of fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the unknown. When you procrastinate, you're essentially postponing your power, delaying the opportunity to create. To overcome this, break down large tasks into smaller, manageable steps. Focus on taking just the next logical step rather than being overwhelmed by the entire journey. The momentum created by completing small tasks builds confidence and reduces the perceived difficulty of the larger undertaking. Remember, perfection is often the enemy of progress. Just begin. The initial spark of action is often all that is needed to ignite a productive flow. Finally, understand that your relationship with time is not static. It evolves. There will be periods of intense activity and periods of more slow, more reflective growth. The key is to remain adaptable and compassionate with yourself. Some days will be more productive than others, and that's perfectly normal. The goal is not to achieve unattainable perfection, but to consistently strive for conscious engagement with your moments. Each sunrise offers a fresh opportunity to recalibrate, to refine your approach, and to paint a more vibrant stroke on your temporal canvas. To embody the mastery of your temporal canvas, first, conduct a time audit. For a few days, meticulously track how you spend every hour. This will reveal hidden time sinks and opportunities for reallocation. Second, prioritize ruthlessly. Identify your top 3 most important tasks for the day and commit to completing them before anything else. This ensures you're always advancing your most significant goals. Third, practice single tasking. When engaged in a task, dedicate your full, undivided attention to it. Resist the urge to switch between activities. Fourth, schedule breaks and recovery time. Consciously block out time for rest, exercise, and activities that recharge your energy. Treat these as non-negotiable appointments. Fifth, reflect on your experiences. At the end of each day or week, take a few moments to review how you utilized your time. What worked well? What could be improved? This continuous feedback loop refines your time alchemy. By consciously engaging with time, by seeing it as a flexible, ever-present resource rather than a limiting factor, you begin to unlock another layer of your boundless self. You move from being a passenger in the river of time to becoming the captain of your own vessel, skillfully navigating its currents and charting your own course. The moments are yours to mold, the hours yours to sculpt, and the days yours to design. The alchemy of moments is within your grasp, ready for you to create a life of purpose, joy, and profound fulfillment. Chapter 3: The Resonance Principle. Tuning in to your power frequency. Welcome back to our journey of profound self-discovery. In our previous chapter, we explored the transformative power of mastering your temporal canvas, understanding that time is not merely a constraint, but a flexible medium for creation. Now, as we transition into Chapter 3, we will delve into a concept that underpins every aspect of your existence and plays a pivotal role in manifesting your boundless potential: energy. This chapter will reveal how you are an exquisitely designed, energetic being, and how, by understanding the resonance principle, you can consciously tune in to your power frequency and shape your reality. At a fundamental level, modern science tells us that everything in the universe is composed of energy. From the chair you're sitting on to the air you breathe, and most importantly, to you yourself, everything is vibrating at different frequencies. We often perceive the world as solid and tangible, but beneath the surface, it's a dynamic interplay of energetic vibrations. This isn't just a scientific curiosity, it's a profound truth with immense implications for your life. If everything is energy, then your thoughts, your emotions, your words, and your actions are all energetic emissions, constantly broadcasting frequencies into the universe. Think of yourself as a powerful, sophisticated broadcasting station. Every thought you entertain, every feeling you harbor, every word you utter, and every action you take sends out a unique vibrational signal. This is the essence of the resonance principle. Like attracts like. Frequencies that are in harmony tend to resonate with each other and draw more of the same. If you are consistently broadcasting frequencies of worry, scarcity, or doubt, what do you imagine you will attract? Conversely, if you are consistently emitting frequencies of abundance, joy, gratitude, and confidence, what kind of experiences do you think will gravitate towards you? Your inner state is constantly dictating your outer reality. This understanding empowers you tremendously, for it means that you are not merely a passive recipient of circumstances. You are an active co-creator of your life through the energetic signature you constantly emit. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, responds to your dominant vibration. It doesn't judge. It simply reflects back to you what you are sending out. This is why cultivating a positive mindset and managing your emotional state are not just about feeling good. They are fundamental tools for conscious creation and manifestation. One of the most immediate ways to understand your energetic signature is through your emotions. Emotions are quite literally energy in motion. When you feel joy, gratitude, love, or enthusiasm, you are experiencing high-frequency emotions. These expansive feelings elevate your vibration and put you in alignment with attracting more positive experiences. Conversely, emotions like fear, anger, resentment, or sadness are lower-frequency vibrations. While it's natural to experience a full range of emotions, dwelling persistently in lower vibrations can create a resistive energetic field that pushes away the very things you desire. Your emotional state is your most powerful vibrational indicator. Pay attention to how you feel, as it tells you whether you are in resonance with your goals or out of alignment. To consciously tune into your power frequency, the first step is to become acutely aware of your energetic output. This means developing a heightened sensitivity to your thoughts and feelings throughout the day. Are your thoughts primarily positive and empowering, or are they negative and disempowering? Are your emotions generally uplifted and hopeful, or are they heavy and despairing? This self-observation is not about self-criticism, but about gaining clarity. Just as you might check a radio dial to ensure you're on the right station, you need to regularly check your internal energetic dial. Once you gain this awareness, the next crucial step is to intentionally shift your vibrational state when you notice it dipping. This isn't about suppressing negative emotions, which is unhealthy. Instead, it's about acknowledging them and then consciously choosing to pivot towards a higher frequency. Simple yet powerful practices can help you do this. First, practice gratitude. Regularly list things you are genuinely grateful for. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrational emotions and immediately shifts your focus from lack to abundance. Second, engage in uplifting activities. Listen to inspiring music, spend time in nature, connect with positive people, or engage in hobbies that bring you joy. These activities naturally elevate your mood and energy. Third, use affirmations. Consciously repeat positive statements that align with the reality you wish to create. For example, I am a magnet for abundance, or I am vibrant and full of energy. Say them with conviction, feeling the truth of the words. Fourth, practice visualization. As discussed in the introduction, vividly imagine your desired outcome, seeing it, feeling it, and experiencing it as if it's already real. This creates a powerful energetic blueprint. And fifth, mindful breathing. When feeling overwhelmed or negative, take several deep, slow breaths. This simple act can calm your nervous system and help shift your energetic state. Consider the ripple effect of your energetic signature on those around you. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately sensed the atmosphere, whether it's tense or joyful, heavy or light? This is the subtle exchange of energetic frequencies. When you consciously raise your own vibration, you not only uplift yourself, but also positively influence your environment and the people within it. You become a beacon, radiating a frequency that can inspire and elevate others. This is the true power of your electric self. The science of epigenetics further supports the idea of your energetic influence on your physical reality. This field explores how your environment, including your thoughts and emotions, can literally turn genes on or off, impacting your health and well-being. This demonstrates that your internal energetic landscape has a tangible impact even at a cellular level. You are not just a mind and body. You are an intricate network of energetic systems, and your dominant vibration is a powerful determinant of your overall vitality and health. To truly master the resonance principle, it's also important to address any energetic blockages you might be carrying. These are often unaddressed traumas, unresolved emotions, or deep-seated limiting beliefs that create resistance in your energetic field. Just as a kink in a hose prevents water from flowing freely, these blockages can impede the flow of positive energy and prevent you from attracting your desires. Addressing these requires courage and willingness to delve into self-reflection, perhaps through journaling, therapy, or guided meditation. Releasing these energetic burdens frees up immense power that can then be channeled towards your highest good. Remember, the universe doesn't respond to your words alone. It responds to the feeling behind your words. It's the emotional vibration of your desires that truly sends the signal. Therefore, when you articulate your goals, ensure that you are doing so from a place of genuine excitement, unwavering belief, and heartfelt gratitude as if they are already yours. This is the authentic energetic signature that the universe responds most powerfully. In practical terms, to begin actively tuning into your power frequency, first, start your day with intention. Before you even get out of bed, take a few minutes to set a positive energetic tone for the day. Visualize it unfolding beautifully, feel gratitude, and affirm your power. Second, monitor your thoughts and feelings throughout the day. Become an observer of your inner landscape. When you catch yourself in a low-vibration thought or emotion, acknowledge it without judgment, and then consciously choose a higher vibration alternative. Third, practice incorporating movement and nature into your routine. Physical activity helps clear stagnant energy, and spending time in nature helps you ground yourself and absorb the Earth's natural high frequencies. Fourth, practice energetic hygiene. Just like you shower to cleanse your body, regularly cleanse your energetic field. This can be done through meditation, visualization of white light surrounding you, or listening to high-frequency music. And fifth, be mindful of your consumption. What media are you consuming? What conversations are you engaging in? Ensure that these inputs are serving to elevate your vibration rather than diminish it. Finally, trust the process. Understanding the resonance principle is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when your vibration is lower, but with consistent conscious effort, you will find yourself increasingly in alignment with your highest potential. By consciously understanding and applying the resonance principle, you move beyond merely hoping for a better life. You actively become the magnet for it. You begin to experience life as a dance of energetic exchange, where your inner world directly shapes your outer reality. Your electric self is not a metaphor. It is the truth of your being. Harness this power, fine-tune your frequency, and watch as the boundless possibilities of the universe begin to resonate directly with you. Chapter 4: The Architect of Reality. Programming your subconscious blueprint. As we journey deeper into the landscape of your inner world, we arrive at a realm of immense power and profound influence, a silent architect meticulously crafting the blueprint of your reality. Having explored the boundless nature of your potential and the energetic resonance that shapes your experiences, it is now time to uncover the mysteries of your subconscious mind. This chapter, The Architect of Reality, will illuminate how this hidden powerhouse operates and, crucially, how you can program your subconscious blueprint to manifest the life you truly desire. Imagine your conscious mind as the captain of a ship, giving commands and making decisions. But your subconscious mind is the vast, powerful engine room below deck, silently driving the vessel, interpreting the captain's orders, and executing them with incredible efficiency. Often, the captain, your conscious mind, may desire to reach a specific destination, your goals. But if the engine room, your subconscious, is programmed with a different set of coordinates or old conflicting instructions, the ship will inevitably struggle or veer off course. Your subconscious mind is not merely a storage unit for memories. It is a dynamic operating system that runs approximately 95% of your life, influencing your beliefs, habits, reactions, and even your physical health, all without your conscious awareness. The subconscious mind absorbs information indiscriminately. From the moment you were born, it has been recording every experience, every word spoken around you, every emotion felt. It doesn't analyze, judge, or filter information like the conscious mind does. It simply accepts what is repeatedly presented to it as truth. This is why early childhood experiences and repetitive messages from parents, teachers, and society are so profoundly impactful. They become the foundational programming of your subconscious blueprint, shaping your self-perception, your worldview, and your beliefs about what is possible or impossible for you. For instance, if you repeatedly heard phrases like, "money doesn't grow on trees," or "you have to work hard for everything," your subconscious might internalize these as fundamental truths about wealth. Later in life, even if consciously you desire financial abundance, your subconscious programming might subtly sabotage your efforts, pushing you towards struggle or scarcity because it's simply following its established blueprint. Similarly, if you were told you weren't good enough at something, your subconscious might create an internal barrier to pursuing similar activities, even if your conscious mind believes otherwise. Understanding this power is the first step to reclaiming it. The key to reprogramming your subconscious blueprint lies in understanding its language and its receptive states. Unlike the conscious mind, which responds to logic and willpower, the subconscious responds primarily to emotion, repetition, and visualization. It doesn't differentiate between what is real and what is vividly imagined. It simply acts on the dominant impressions it receives. This is why highly emotional experiences, whether positive or negative, leave deep imprints. To begin consciously programming your subconscious blueprint, you must first identify the existing limiting programs. This requires introspection. Pay attention to your automatic reactions, your default thoughts, and any self-sabotaging patterns. For example, do you consistently shy away from opportunities, even when you consciously want them? Do you find yourself repeating the same mistakes? These are often signs of underlying subconscious programs at play. Journaling, meditation, and honest self-reflection can help bring these hidden patterns to the surface. Once identified, the process of reprogramming involves consistently feeding your subconscious new, empowering beliefs. This isn't a one-time event, it's a disciplined and repetitive process. Here are potent methods to communicate effectively with your subconscious. First, affirmatives with feeling. Simply repeating positive statements is a start, but for true subconscious impact, you must infuse your affirmations with strong emotion. Feel the truth of the statement as you say it. For example, instead of just saying, "I am confident," visualize yourself acting confidently. Feel the power and ease that comes with it, and then repeat, "I am incredibly confident and capable," with genuine conviction. The feeling is the fuel that drives the message deep into the subconscious. Second, visualization with sensory detail. Your subconscious thrives on imagery. When you visualize your desired outcomes, don't just see them, experience them with all 5 senses. What do you hear, see, smell, taste, and feel in that desired reality? The more vivid and real you make the experience in your mind, the more your subconscious believes it's true and begins to align your actions and attract circumstances to match that internal blueprint. Regular, dedicated visualization sessions are powerful reprogramming tools. Third, repetition. The subconscious learns through consistency. Just as a river carves a path through rock over time, repeated thoughts and feelings carve new neural pathways in your brain, solidifying new beliefs. Make your empowering messages a daily practice. This could be through morning and evening affirmations, listening to positive audio, or regularly reviewing your goals. Consistency is more important than intensity in this process. Fourth, before sleep and upon waking. The periods just before falling asleep and immediately upon waking are prime times for subconscious programming. In these states, your brainwaves are often in a relaxed alpha or theta state, which is a gateway to the subconscious. Use these moments for positive affirmations, visualization, and quiet reflection on your desired future. Plant the seeds of your dreams during these receptive windows. Fifth, hypnosis and guided meditations. These tools are designed to bypass the conscious mind's critical filter and speak directly to the subconscious. Professional hypnotherapy or even self-guided meditations specifically tailored for subconscious reprogramming can be incredibly effective in accelerating the process of embedding new beliefs. Crucially, recognize that your subconscious mind is not your enemy. It is a loyal servant seeking to fulfill its programming. If it's currently running programs that don't serve you, it's not out of malice, but out of obedience to what it has been taught. Your job is to become a conscious and benevolent programmer, updating its instructions to align with your highest aspirations. This requires patience and self-compassion. There will be moments when old patterns resurface. Acknowledge them, reframe them, and continue to plant new, empowering seeds. The subconscious also plays a vital role in your intuition. When you have a gut feeling or a sudden flash of insight, this is often your subconscious mind communicating complex information or solutions that your conscious mind might not have pieced together logically. By actively working with and trusting your subconscious, you can enhance your intuitive guidance, allowing it to lead you towards opportunities and decisions that align with your ultimate path. Finally, remember that the subconscious blueprint extends beyond just your thoughts and emotions. It influences your physical health and well-being. Stress, chronic negativity, and unresolved emotional conflicts can manifest physically as disease or discomfort. Conversely, a positive and harmonious subconscious can support vibrant health and accelerated healing. By programming beliefs of perfect health and vitality, you are giving your inner architect the instructions to build a robust and resilient physical form. To actively program your subconscious blueprint, first identify and list your top 3 to 5 limiting beliefs. Be specific about what they are. Second, formulate empowering counter-affirmations for each. Make them emotionally resonant. For example, "I am not good enough" becomes "I am inherently worthy and capable of achieving anything." Third, dedicate 5 to 10 minutes daily to a visualization practice where you vividly experience your desired future, feeling the emotions of success and fulfillment. Fourth, incorporate affirmations into your pre-sleep and post-wake routines. Whisper them, feel them, and let them sink in. Fifth, be consistent and patient. Reprogramming takes time, but every single conscious effort creates a new groove in your subconscious. By mastering the art of programming your subconscious mind, you move from being a passenger influenced by unseen forces to becoming the conscious architect of your reality. You begin to understand that your inner world truly dictates your outer experience. This is where true transformation accelerates, as your unconscious actions begin to automatically align with your conscious desires, propelling you effortlessly towards your boundless self. Chapter 5. Blueprint for Brilliance: Crafting Your Habitual Self. We've explored your boundless potential, mastered the canvas of time, tuned into your energetic frequency, and begun to program the silent architect of your reality, your subconscious mind. Now, as we step into Chapter 5, we arrive at a cornerstone of lasting transformation: habits. This chapter, Blueprint for Brilliance, will illuminate how your daily rituals, often unseen and underestimated, are actively shaping your destiny, and how you can consciously craft your habitual self to embody the brilliance you aspire to. Consider this profound truth: who you are today is largely a sum of your daily habits. From the moment you wake up to the moment you fall asleep, your actions, reactions, thoughts, and even your feelings are often driven by deeply ingrained patterns. These are the autopilot functions of your life, enabling you to navigate the complexities of your day without having to consciously make every single decision. While this efficiency is essential, it also means that if your habits are not aligned with your highest goals, they can inadvertently steer you away from your desired path, creating a subtle yet powerful resistance to change. Habits are the invisible threads that weave the fabric of your character and ultimately your destiny. They are formed through repetition, as your brain seeks to automate behaviors to conserve energy. Every time you perform an action, a neural pathway is strengthened. The more you repeat it, the deeper that pathway becomes, eventually becoming a default setting. This process applies to everything: your morning routine, how you respond to stress, the foods you eat, how you manage your finances, and even the way you think about yourself. Understanding this mechanism is the key to conscious self-creation. Many people aspire to monumental shifts in their lives: to write a book, to get in shape, to build a business, or to cultivate deeper relationships. Yet they often fall short, not due to lack of desire or intelligence, but due to a failure to understand the compounding power of small, consistent habits. A single push-up may seem insignificant, but a daily push-up habit, accumulated over months and years, leads to remarkable physical transformation. Writing 1 page a day leads to a book. Saving a small amount consistently leads to wealth. True progress rarely comes from a single heroic act, but from the steady, persistent accumulation of seemingly minor actions. The first step in crafting your habitual self is to become an archaeologist of your current habits. This requires honest, non-judgmental observation. What are your existing routines? How do you typically start your day? What do you do when you feel stressed, bored, or tired? What are your automatic responses to challenges? Identify habits that serve you well and those that hinder your progress. You might find that some habits, though seemingly insignificant, have a powerful ripple effect, either positive or negative, across various areas of your life. Awareness is the bedrock of transformation. Once you've identified the habits you wish to change or create, the next phase involves understanding the habit loop. Every habit, good or bad, consists of three core components. First, the cue, or trigger. This is the signal that tells your brain to go into automatic mode. It could be a time of day, a location, an emotion, another person, or a preceding action. For example, seeing your phone, cue, might trigger you to check social media. Second, the routine, or action. This is the behavior itself, the habit you perform. Third, the reward. This is the positive feeling or benefit you get from performing the routine, which reinforces the loop and makes you want to repeat it. The reward is why the habit exists. Checking your social media routine might give you a temporary hit of novelty or connection, reward. To effectively change or create a habit, you need to dissect this loop. If you want to break a bad habit, you can either eliminate the cue, change the routine, or reframe the reward. For instance, if checking your phone, cue, is a distraction when you're working, you might put your phone in another room, eliminate cue, or use a focus app instead of social media, change routine, or find a new reward like listening to uplifting music during your focus time. When it comes to forming new empowering habits, the strategy shifts slightly. You need to make the cue obvious, make the routine easy and attractive, and make the reward immediately satisfying. First, make it obvious. If you want to read more, place the book on your pillow so it's the first thing you see. If you want to exercise, lay out your gym clothes the night before. Design your environment to prompt the desired behavior. Second, make it easy. The less friction there is, the more likely you are to follow through. Want to meditate? Start with just 1 minute. Want to run? Just put on your shoes and walk out the door. Focus on the smallest possible starting action, often called a micro-habit. Third, make it attractive. Link your new habit to something you already enjoy. If you want to listen to educational podcasts, do it while you're on your daily walk. If you want to journal, do it while sipping your favorite morning coffee. Fourth, make it satisfying. The reward needs to be immediate and positive. If you finish a task, give yourself a small, non-detrimental reward. The immediate positive reinforcement strengthens the neural pathway for that new behavior. Celebrate small wins. This releases dopamine and trains your brain to associate the new habit with pleasure. The concept of habit stacking is also incredibly powerful. This involves attaching a new habit you want to form to an existing habit you already have. For example, after I brush my teeth, existing habit, I will do 10 push-ups, new habit. Or after I pour my morning coffee, existing habit, I will meditate for 5 minutes, new habit. This leverages the established neural pathways of your current routines to embed new ones effortlessly. Another crucial element in crafting a brilliant habitual self is identity-based habits. Instead of focusing solely on what you want to achieve, outcome goals, focus on who you want to become, identity goals. For example, don't just say, I want to run a marathon. Instead, affirm, I am a runner. Don't just say, I want to write a book. Instead, affirm, I am a writer. When your habits align with your desired identity, they become less about forced discipline and more about authentic self-expression. Every time you perform the habit, you are casting a vote for the person you want to become, reinforcing that identity. Your habits are proof of your desired identity. There will inevitably be days when you miss a habit or fall off track. This is where the power of never miss twice comes into play. One day is an anomaly. 2 days can start a new, undesirable pattern. If you miss a day, forgive yourself, acknowledge it, and then ensure you get back on track the very next day. Consistency over time, not perfection every single day, is what builds powerful habits and drives meaningful change. Resilience in habit formation is about getting back on track quickly. Finally, recognize that your environment plays a profound role in shaping your habits. Your surroundings can either support or hinder your efforts. Design your environment for success. Remove temptations that trigger undesirable habits. For example, unhealthy snacks from the pantry. Create prompts that encourage positive habits. For example, having a water bottle always visible, a yoga mat laid out. Your environment is a silent partner in your habit-forming journey. Make sure it's working for you, not against you. To practically implement the blueprint for brilliance, first, identify 1 or 2 keystone habits that, if consistently practiced, would have a ripple effect across other areas of your life, like daily exercise, journaling, or meditation. Second, use the Make It Obvious, Easy, Attractive, and Satisfying framework to design how you will integrate these new habits. Start small, even ridiculously small. Third, employ habit stacking to link your new habits to existing strong routines. Fourth, define your desired identity and choose habits that are proof of that identity. Repeatedly affirm, "I am blank desired identity." Fifth, practice the never miss twice rule. If you slip up, get back on track immediately the next day. Consistency over time, not perfection every single day, is what builds powerful habits and drives meaningful change. Resilience in habit formation is about getting back on track quickly. By consciously crafting your habits, you are essentially programming your actions to align automatically with your highest intentions. This frees up immense mental energy from constant decision-making and allows your subconscious to effortlessly guide you towards your goals. You are not merely changing behaviors, you are fundamentally redesigning your habitual self to embody excellence and unleash your true brilliance. This systematic approach to daily living is the engine of sustained transformation.
Chapter 6. Beyond the Known, Cultivating Unwavering Belief. Our expedition into the depths of your inherent power continues, unveiling layer after layer of extraordinary capability. We've navigated the expanse of your limitless potential, learned to master the flow of time, harnessed your energetic resonance, and began to consciously program the subconscious architect of your reality through disciplined habits. Now, in Chapter 6, we arrive at a powerful crossroads, a place where the rational gives way to the miraculous, the understanding that you are unbelievable. This chapter, Beyond the Known, is dedicated to showing you how to cultivate unwavering belief in your capacity to defy the odds, to achieve what once seemed impossible, and to truly embrace your miraculous potential. The word unbelievable often carries a connotation of something fantastical or even impossible. Yet when we apply it to human potential, it signifies something entirely different. A capacity that transcends conventional expectations, a power that defies ordinary logic. Throughout history, every significant breakthrough, every transformative invention, and every act of profound human courage has stemmed from an unwavering belief in the unbelievable. From the first flight to walking on the moon, from curing diseases to creating global communication networks, these feats were once deemed unbelievable until someone believed them into existence. The primary barrier to recognizing your own unbelievable potential is often a deeply ingrained skepticism, a self-imposed doubt that whispers, "That's not for me," or "I'm not capable of that." This skepticism is born from our past experiences, our conditioning, and the collective consciousness that often champions caution over courage. We are taught to be realistic, to stay within our perceived limits. But what if your realistic perspective is simply a reflection of your current limited belief system, rather than the true scope of your abilities? To move beyond the known, you must first challenge the boundaries of what you believe is possible for yourself. Consider the power of conviction. When someone genuinely believes in something, a cause, an idea, or their own ability, they emanate an energy that is palpable. This conviction isn't merely positive thinking. It's a deep, unwavering knowing that permeates every fiber of their being. It fuels resilience in the face of adversity, sparks innovation when faced with challenges, and provides the drive to persist long after others have given up. This unwavering belief acts as a powerful, energetic magnet, attracting the resources, opportunities, and people necessary to manifest the unbelievable into reality. To cultivate this unwavering belief, the first step is to consciously expand your definition of what's possible for you. This involves a deliberate mental exercise of questioning your current limitations. Ask yourself, if there were no limits, no fear, no doubt, what would I truly aspire to? What would I attempt? Allow your imagination to soar, unshackled by practicality or past failures. This isn't about setting unrealistic goals. It's about recalibrating your inner compass to a higher potential. One powerful technique for this expansion is to study stories of extraordinary achievement. Read biographies of individuals who overcame immense obstacles to achieve the unbelievable. Learn about people who started with nothing and built empires, who faced debilitating illnesses and recovered against medical odds, or who brought about social change against entrenched systems. These stories serve as powerful proof that human potential truly is limitless. They provide concrete examples that what one human has done, another can also do, perhaps in a different form, but with the same underlying principle of unwavering belief. Your internal dialogue plays a critical role in cultivating belief. The voice in your head, the one you constantly listen to, can either be your greatest champion or your most formidable saboteur. If that voice habitually says, "You can't do it," or "You're not capable of that," it systematically erodes your belief system. Therefore, it is paramount to consciously redirect negative self-talk. When you catch yourself thinking limiting thoughts, immediately replace them with empowering affirmations. This isn't about delusion. It's about actively programming your mind to align with your highest potential. Remember from Chapter 4, your subconscious accepts what is repeatedly fed to it, especially with emotion. Another powerful method for building unwavering belief is to celebrate every small victory. We often overlook our daily successes, focusing instead on what we haven't yet achieved. But every tiny step forward, every successful completion of a small task, every moment you choose courage over comfort is a confirmation of your capability. Keep a win journal where you regularly record your accomplishments, no matter how minor. This cumulative evidence creates a powerful psychological feedback loop, building undeniable proof that you are indeed capable of progress and achievement, gradually solidifying your belief in your greater capacity. Furthermore, surrounding yourself with a supportive environment is crucial. The people you interact with, the media you consume, and the physical spaces you inhabit
profoundly influence your belief system. Seek out individuals who uplift you, who see your potential, and who actively pursue their own growth. Immerse yourself in books, podcasts, and content that inspire and expand your mind. Just as negative influences can erode belief, positive influences can catalyze your conviction. This isn't about discarding people, but about consciously choosing to spend more time and energy in environments that nurture your highest self. The journey beyond the known will inevitably involve confronting fear. Fear is often a signpost that you are at the edge of expansion, standing at the threshold of something significant. It's the natural human response to the unknown. However, unwavering belief means choosing to act in spite of fear, rather than being paralyzed by it. It means understanding that courage isn't the absence of fear, but the willingness to move forward with it. Every time you push past a fear, you not only accomplish a task, but also fundamentally strengthen your belief in your own resilience and capability. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, to cultivate unwavering belief in your unbelievable potential, you must take consistent, inspired action. Belief is not a passive state. It is an active force. It grows strongest when it is tested and affirmed through experience. Every time you take a step, however small, towards your unbelievable goal, you gather evidence that it is indeed possible. These actions don't just move you forward physically, they also reprogram your subconscious with data points of success and capability, reinforcing the belief that you are indeed unbelievable. Don't wait until you feel 100% confident. Take action to build that confidence. To practically cultivate unwavering belief and tap into your unbelievable self, first, identify one unbelievable aspiration you secretly hold. Don't censor it. Second, research and immerse yourself in stories of people who have achieved similar or seemingly impossible feats. Let their journeys inspire and expand your mind. Third, consciously replace limiting self-talk with empowering statements. Use the what-if game. What if I'm capable of this? What if it is possible? Fourth, keep a victory log or achievement journal. Daily, write down at least 3 things you accomplished or felt good about, no matter how small. Fifth, take one small, consistent action daily towards your unbelievable goal. This builds momentum and provides concrete proof of your capability. By embracing the idea that you are truly unbelievable, you unlock a deeper wellspring of power and possibility. You move beyond the comfortable confines of what's expected and step into the exhilarating territory of what's truly possible. This isn't about arrogance. It's about recognizing your true divine blueprint and giving yourself permission to live a life that reflects the extraordinary being you are. Your potential is not just immense, it is miraculous. In the next chapter, we will explore the concept of insensitivity not as a negative trait, but as a strategic tool for navigating external opinions and maintaining your inner vision. Chapter 7. The Unshakable Core, Fortifying Your Inner Resilience. Now, in Chapter 7, we confront a concept that at first glance might seem counterintuitive in the pursuit of personal growth: insensitivity. This chapter, The Unshakable Core, will illuminate why cultivating a specific kind of inner resilience, a strategic insensitivity to external noise and internal doubt, is absolutely crucial for protecting your vision and fortifying your unshakable core. When we hear the word insensitive, our minds often conjure images of callousness, a lack of empathy, or an inability to connect with others. However, in the context of achieving your greatest aspirations and maintaining your inner peace, we are talking about a very different kind of insensitivity: the strategic ability to detach from negativity, criticism, and external opinions that do not serve your highest good. It is about developing a robust inner shield that allows you to remain steadfast in your purpose, undisturbed by the fleeting judgments of the world. Think about a mighty oak tree. It stands firm against powerful winds, torrential rains, and even the harshest storms. It doesn't sway with every breeze or snap under pressure. Its strength comes from its deep roots and the unyielding resilience of its trunk. In life, you will inevitably encounter storms, criticism, rejection, doubt from others, or even the whispers of your own inner critic. If you are overly sensitive to every gust of negativity, you will be constantly swayed, knocked off balance, and potentially uprooted from your path. Cultivating an unshakable core means developing the mental and emotional fortitude to stand firm regardless of the external weather. One of the primary sources of external noise that can derail your progress is other people's opinions and expectations. From a young age, we are conditioned to seek approval and validate our worth through the eyes of others. While social connection and feedback can be valuable, an over-reliance on external validation can become a significant impediment to pursuing your unique vision. When you chase external approval, you inevitably compromise your authentic desires, attempting to fit into a mold that may not be true to who you are. True freedom begins when you become insensitive to the need for universal approval, understanding that not everyone will understand or agree with your path, and that is perfectly okay. This strategic insensitivity is not about becoming arrogant or dismissive of genuine feedback. Instead, it's about discerning the signal from the noise. It's about recognizing that constructive criticism, offered with genuine intent to help you grow, is valuable. But unsolicited negativity, jealousy disguised as concern, or baseless judgments born from others' own limitations are mere noise. Your inner resilience allows you to filter out the latter, protecting your mental and emotional energy for what truly matters: your vision and your progress. Your inner voice, aligned with your purpose, must always be louder than the cacophony of external voices. Another critical area where strategic insensitivity is vital is in dealing with rejection and setbacks. In any pursuit of significance, you will face obstacles, doors that close, and moments where things don't go as planned. If you take every setback personally, if every rejection wounds you deeply, you will quickly become disheartened and give up. Being insensitive in this context means developing a thick skin against temporary defeat. It means viewing setbacks not as personal failures, but as invaluable feedback, as data points that inform your next move. It means understanding that rejection is often redirection, and that resilience is built not by avoiding failure, but by learning to bounce back quickly. Your ability to absorb blows and keep moving forward is a hallmark of an unshakable core. Furthermore, this concept extends to your own internal critic. We all have that voice within us that whispers doubts, highlights imperfections, and magnifies fears. If you are overly sensitive to this inner negativity, it can paralyze you. Strategic insensitivity here means recognizing that voice as merely a part of your conditioned mind, not the ultimate truth of who you are. It means learning to observe your negative thoughts without attaching to them, allowing them to pass through your awareness like clouds in the sky, rather than allowing them to define your capabilities or dictate your actions.
You become insensitive to their power by simply not giving them your attention or belief. How do we cultivate this unshakable core and fortify our inner resilience? First, develop a strong sense of self-worth. This is the foundation. When your self-worth is rooted internally in your values, your integrity, your efforts, and your progress, then external praise or criticism loses its power to define you. Practice self-compassion, acknowledge your strengths, and celebrate your unique journey. Your worth is inherent, not conditional on others' opinions. Second, practice detachment from outcomes. While it's crucial to have clear goals and unwavering belief, becoming overly attached to outcomes can make you fragile in the face of setbacks. Instead, focus on the process, on consistent action, and on enjoying the journey. Trust that if you put in the effort, the right outcome will emerge, even if it looks different from what you initially envisioned. Your value comes from your effort and intention, not solely from the result. Third, filter your inputs, information diet. Just as you manage your food intake, be mindful of the information you consume. Limit exposure to negative news, cynical conversations, or social media feeds that promote comparison and self-doubt. Actively seek out inspiring, empowering content and communities that reinforce your positive vision. Protect your mental space as you would a sacred garden. Fourth, develop a mission focus. When you are deeply committed to a purpose that is bigger than yourself, external distractions and criticisms tend to fade into the background. Your mission becomes your North Star, guiding you relentlessly forward. This laser-like focus naturally makes you insensitive to anything that isn't directly serving your higher purpose. A powerful why creates an impervious shield. Fifth, practice emotional regulation. This isn't about suppressing emotions, but about learning to acknowledge, process, and then consciously shift your emotional state. Techniques like mindful breathing, journaling, and reframing negative thoughts can help you navigate emotional turbulence without being swept away by it. This gives you the power to choose your response rather than reacting instinctively. Your emotional mastery fuels your resilience. Sixth, embrace your authenticity. The more you live in alignment with your true self, your core values, and your unique purpose, the less you will seek external validation. When you are truly authentic, the opinions of others become less significant because your inner conviction is your primary guide. Authenticity is the ultimate armor against external judgment. Seventh, cultivate a student of life mindset. View every experience, every interaction, and every setback as a learning opportunity. When you approach life with curiosity rather than fear of judgment, you naturally become less sensitive to failure because you see it as feedback, a chance to learn and adapt. Every challenge is a lesson in resilience. Developing this strategic insensitivity, this unshakable core, is not about becoming a robot devoid of feeling. It's about building the internal strength to feel deeply, to connect profoundly, but also to discern what truly matters and what doesn't. It's about protecting your energy, preserving your focus, and safeguarding your inner peace so that you can relentlessly pursue your highest calling. This kind of resilience allows you to navigate the inevitable storms of life, not just unscathed, but stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your boundless self. You become a beacon of stability, guiding your own ship regardless of the choppy waters around you. To fortify your unshakable core, first, identify your top 2 to 3 external noise sources,
e.g. specific critics, social media feeds, types of news that most derail your focus and inner peace. Second, implement conscious strategies to limit exposure to these sources or change your reaction to them. Unfollow, mute, or simply reduce consumption. Third, practice daily journaling to process emotions and observe your inner critic, consciously reframing negative self-talk into empowering affirmations. Fourth, engage in daily mindfulness or meditation practices to strengthen your ability to observe thoughts without attachment. Fifth, actively seek out inspiring stories and role models who exemplify resilience and unshakable belief, reinforcing what is possible. By mastering this form of strategic insensitivity, this unshakable core, you are not closing yourself off, you are opening yourself up to a deeper, more profound connection with your true self, unburdened by the cacophony of the external world. You are forging an inner citadel of strength, allowing you to move forward with unwavering focus and achieve the unbelievable.
Chapter 8. The Abundant Heart. Unlocking the Flow of Gratitude. Our profound journey through the architecture of your inner power continues to unfold, revealing the intricate layers of your being. We have moved from the boundless nature of your potential through the mastery of time, the resonance of your energy, the programming of your subconscious, the disciplined crafting of your habits, and the fortification of your unshakable core. Now, in Chapter 8, we arrive at a concept that, while often overlooked in the pursuit of success, is perhaps the most powerful catalyst for attracting more of what you desire, the realization that you are blessed. This chapter, The Abundant Heart, will guide you in unlocking the profound flow of gratitude and discovering that true abundance is not merely about what you accumulate, but about what you appreciate. In a world that constantly bombards us with messages of what we lack, what we need to acquire, and what we must strive for, it is easy to fall into a mindset of scarcity and dissatisfaction. We compare ourselves to others, focusing on perceived deficiencies and forgetting the myriad of gifts that already surround us. However, the profound truth is that your current state is already one of immense blessing, far beyond what many across the globe experience. The very air you breathe, the beating of your heart, the ability to read and comprehend these words, the roof over your head, access to clean water, these are fundamental blessings that are often taken for granted. Recognizing these simple yet profound realities is the first step toward cultivating an abundant heart. The concept of being blessed extends far beyond material possessions. It encompasses your health, your relationships, your opportunities, your talents, and even your challenges, which often contain hidden lessons and catalysts for growth. To cultivate an abundant heart is to shift your perspective from what is missing to what is present, from what you don't have to what you do have. This shift is not merely an exercise in positive thinking, it is an active recalibration of your energetic frequency, as we discussed in Chapter 3. Gratitude in its purest form is one of the highest vibrational emotions. When you feel genuine gratitude, you elevate your energetic signature, becoming a magnet for more experiences, people, and circumstances that align with that elevated state. Gratitude is the universal language of abundance. Consider the law of attraction. What you focus on expands. If your focus is constantly on lack, on what's wrong, or on what you fear, you inadvertently attract more of those experiences. Conversely, when your focus is deliberately placed on appreciation, on the good that already exists in your life,
You send a clear signal to the universe that you are ready for more good. An abundant heart is not waiting for blessings to appear to feel grateful. It feels grateful first, thereby inviting more blessings to appear. This proactive approach to gratitude is what unlocks a perpetual flow of positivity and opportunity. Many people think they need to achieve certain milestones, a new job, more money, a perfect relationship, before they can feel truly blessed or grateful. This is a common misconception that traps individuals in a cycle of perpetual striving and dissatisfaction. The truth is the opposite. The state of gratitude is a prerequisite for sustained abundance, not a result of it. When you find genuine appreciation for your current circumstances, however imperfect they may seem, you open the channels for more goodness to flow into your life. It's an energy loop. Gratitude attracts more blessings, which in turn fuels more gratitude, creating an upward spiral of positive experiences. To cultivate an abundant heart and unlock the flow of gratitude, here are profound practices to integrate into your daily life. First, the daily gratitude practice. This is arguably the most powerful tool. Each day, dedicate a few minutes, ideally in the morning or before sleep, to consciously list at least 3 to 5 things you are genuinely grateful for. Be specific. It could be the warmth of your coffee, the kindness of a stranger, a challenging situation that taught you a valuable lesson, or simply the ability to breathe. Consistency is key here, as it trains your brain to seek out and appreciate the positive. Second, gratitude journaling. Write down your gratitudes. The act of physically writing helps solidify the feeling and makes the practice more tangible. Over time, reviewing your gratitude journal will provide a powerful testament to the blessings that have unfolded in your life, especially during times of doubt or challenge. It creates a concrete record of your abundance. Third, express gratitude to others. Don't just feel gratitude, express it. Tell people in your life how much you appreciate them and what they mean to you. Write thank you notes, send thoughtful messages, or simply offer heartfelt words of appreciation. Expressing gratitude not only benefits the recipient, but also reinforces the feeling within yourself, creating a powerful positive feedback loop. Giving gratitude is receiving gratitude. Fourth, find gratitude in adversity. This is perhaps the most challenging yet most transformative aspect of gratitude. When faced with difficulties, pain, or setbacks, consciously seek out the lesson, the growth, or the hidden blessing within the experience. It might be the resilience you discovered, the new perspective you gained, the compassion you developed, or the strength you never knew you had. Every challenge holds a seed of equal or greater benefit. Fifth, practice mindful appreciation. Throughout your day, take brief moments to pause and truly appreciate the small things. The warmth of the sun on your skin, the taste of your food, the sound of laughter, the beauty of a flower. These moments of mindful appreciation elevate your mood and keep you anchored in a state of gratitude. Presence amplifies appreciation. Sixth, visualizing abundance. Beyond just material things, visualize an abundance of love, joy, health, peace, and opportunities flowing into your life. See yourself surrounded by these blessings and feel the deep sense of gratitude that accompanies them. This sends a powerful energetic signal to the universe, reinforcing your readiness to receive. The shift that occurs when you genuinely embody an abundant heart is profound. You move from a state of striving and deficiency to a state of receiving and overflowing. Your vibration attracts more positive people, open doors, and serendipitous opportunities. Problems that once seemed insurmountable begin to resolve themselves, often in unexpected ways. because your mindset is no longer focused on the problem, but on the potential for resolution and growth. You become a magnet for miracles. Moreover, cultivating an abundant heart fosters a deeper connection with the world around you and your spiritual essence. It moves you beyond ego-driven desires to a place of genuine contentment and joy, not dependent on external circumstances. It helps you recognize the interconnectedness of all things and your inherent place within a benevolent universe. This awareness is a blessing in itself, offering peace and a profound sense of belonging. Remember, cultivating an abundant heart is an ongoing practice, not a one-time achievement. There will be days when it feels easier to be grateful and days when challenges may make it difficult to see the blessings. The key is to remain persistent in your practice. Even a small shift in focus toward gratitude, particularly during difficult times, can create a significant positive ripple effect. It's about consistently choosing appreciation over complaint, abundance over lack, and blessing over burden. To truly unlock the flow of gratitude and cultivate an abundant heart, first, establish a non-negotiable daily gratitude practice. Whether it's morning or night, commit to listing at least 3 things you're grateful for. Second, keep a physical or digital gratitude journal. Make it a habit to write these down, feeling the emotion as you do. Third, intentionally express gratitude to someone else each day. A text, a call, a heartfelt word. Make it a point to share your appreciation. Fourth, reframe challenges as blessings in disguise. When faced with adversity, ask, what is the hidden gift or lesson here? Fifth, integrate mindful appreciation into your daily routine. Pause periodically to genuinely appreciate a simple sensory experience or a small moment of joy. By consistently applying these practices, you will not only transform your perception of your life, but also fundamentally alter the reality you experience. You will discover that true blessings are not external rewards, they are inherent gifts, constantly unfolding and profoundly amplified by your sincere appreciation. You are blessed, now and always, and by recognizing this truth, you unlock an endless reservoir of abundance.
Chapter 9. The Evolving Masterpiece, Embracing Your Journey of Becoming. Our profound expedition through the vast landscapes of your inner power brings us closer to the culmination of our insights. We have journeyed through the realms of limitless potential, mastered the canvas of time, tuned in to your energetic frequency, programmed the architect of your subconscious, disciplined the crafting of your habits, fortified your unshakable core, and unlocked the abundant flow of gratitude. Now, in Chapter 9, we arrive at a liberating truth that underpins all growth and sustained transformation, the understanding that you are perpetually under construction. This chapter, The Evolving Masterpiece, is an invitation to embrace your journey of becoming, to see yourself not as a fixed entity, but as a dynamic, ever-unfolding work of art, constantly being refined and improved. In a society that often glorifies perfection and immediate results, it's easy to fall into the trap of believing that there's a final destination for self-improvement, a point at which you become finished or perfect. This misconception can lead to immense frustration, self-criticism, and the abandonment of goals when perceived imperfections arise. However, the truth is, life is a continuous process of evolution, and personal growth is not a linear path with a definitive end. Just as a magnificent building undergoes constant maintenance, renovation, and even expansion over its lifespan, so too are you always in a state of development. Your existence is a dynamic verb, not a static noun. Consider the natural world. A tree doesn't stop growing once it reaches a certain height. It continues to deepen its roots, expand its branches, and adapt to its environment throughout its existence. A river never stops flowing. It constantly carves new paths and reshapes the landscape. Similarly, your human spirit, your mind, and your body are designed for perpetual growth and adaptation. To resist this natural inclination is to stifle your true nature. Embracing the idea that you are always under construction is one of the most liberating perspectives you can adopt, because it frees you from the tyranny of perfectionism and the fear of failure. It gives you permission to be imperfect, to learn, to grow, and to continually become more. The first step in embracing yourself as an evolving masterpiece is to release the pressure of perfection. Perfectionism is often a self-imposed prison that paralyzes action and stifles creativity. It whispers that your efforts aren't good enough, that you should wait until everything is flawless before you begin or share your work with the world. However, meaningful progress rarely happens in a state of perfection. It happens through iterative improvement, through trial and error, through taking messy action and learning along the way. Done is always better than perfect when it comes to personal evolution, for every done provides valuable feedback for the next iteration. This mindset also requires a fundamental shift in your relationship with mistakes and setbacks. If you see mistakes as failures, as evidence that you are not good enough, then you will naturally avoid taking risks or trying new things. However, if you view mistakes as integral components of the construction process, as valuable data points, as crucial lessons, as necessary steps in the refinement of your masterpiece, then they lose their power to discourage you. Every perceived failure is merely feedback, an opportunity to adjust your blueprint, strengthen your foundations, and continue building with greater wisdom. The greatest innovators and achievers are not those who avoid mistakes, but those who learn from them most effectively. To truly embody the evolving masterpiece, cultivate a growth mindset. This powerful concept, popularized by Dr. Carol Dweck, contrasts with a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset believes that your abilities, intelligence, and talents are static and cannot be changed. A growth mindset, however, embraces the belief that your most basic abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. It fosters a love of learning and a resilience that is essential for great accomplishment. When you operate from a growth mindset, challenges become opportunities, effort becomes the path to mastery, and criticism becomes feedback. You become a lifelong learner, always expanding, always improving. This continuous construction also involves periodic self-assessment and recalibration. Just as an architect reviews blueprints and makes adjustments during a building project, you must regularly pause to assess your progress, your current trajectory, and your evolving desires. Are your current habits still serving your highest vision? Are your beliefs still empowering you? Are you spending your time in alignment with your values? This isn't about constant self-criticism, but about intentional reflection that allows you to make conscious adjustments, discard what no longer serves you, and refine your path forward. Consider the immense freedom that comes with knowing that you don't have to have all the answers right now. You don't have to be the finished product. You simply need to be committed to the process of becoming. This allows you to embark on new ventures, pursue ambitious goals, and explore uncharted territories, knowing that even if you don't get it right the first time, you will learn, adapt, and refine your approach. Your worth is not tied to your current level of achievement, but to your commitment to growth.
To actively embrace yourself as an evolving masterpiece, first, adopt a beta mindset. View yourself and your projects as constantly in a beta or experimental phase. This removes the pressure of perfection and encourages continuous iteration and improvement. Second, celebrate learning over knowing. Shift your focus from always having to be right to always being willing to learn. Embrace curiosity and actively seek new knowledge and skills. Third, practice self-compassion. When you inevitably make mistakes or fall short of expectations, treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a dear friend. Recognize that imperfection is part of the human experience. Fourth, seek and embrace feedback. Actively solicit constructive criticism from trusted mentors and peers. View it as valuable data that helps you identify areas for improvement. Fifth, document your growth journey. Keep a journal or a log of your lessons learned, your breakthroughs, and the obstacles you've overcome. Periodically review it to see how far you've come, reinforcing your belief in your capacity for growth. Sixth, cultivate resilience in the face of setbacks. When faced with a challenge, remind yourself that it's merely a part of the construction process. Ask, what can I learn from this? How can I adjust my blueprint? Seventh, redefine success. Success is not just reaching a goal. It's the process of growing and learning along the way. Celebrate the journey of becoming, not just the destination. Embracing the truth that you are always under construction is profoundly empowering. It means that no matter where you are today, no matter what challenges you face or what mistakes you've made, you always have the capacity to evolve, to improve, and to become more aligned with your highest self. This isn't just about building a better life, it's about continually sculpting a more magnificent you. This ongoing process of refinement is where true mastery lies. In our final chapter, we will bring all these powerful insights together, focusing on the ultimate catalyst for change. You are one act away. Chapter 10. The Tipping Point. Your moment of decisive action. We have journeyed together through the profound depths of your being, illuminating the incredible power and potential that resides within you. We've explored the boundless nature of your true self, mastered the flow of time, tuned into your energetic frequency, consciously programmed the architect of your subconscious, disciplined the crafting of your habits, fortified your unshakable core against external noise, embraced the abundant flow of gratitude, and accepted the liberating truth that you are an ever-evolving masterpiece. Now, in this culminating chapter, the tipping point, we arrive at the most vital insight of all. You are one act away from transforming your vision into reality, from truly living the life you've envisioned throughout this exploration. This is your moment of decisive action. Throughout this audiobook, we have laid a robust foundation, building a comprehensive understanding of your inner architecture. You now grasp that your thoughts are not just fleeting impressions, but energetic vibrations. Your subconscious is a powerful, programmable supercomputer. Your habits are the unseen forces shaping your daily reality, and your potential is truly limitless. All this knowledge, however, remains dormant, a mere theoretical framework, until it is activated by action. Ideas are powerful, but action is the bridge between the conceptual and the tangible. This is where true alchemy happens, the transformation of intention into manifestation. The phrase, "you are one act away," implies a profound truth. Often the monumental changes we desire, the breakthroughs we crave, and the dreams we hold dear are not predicated on a complex series of Herculean efforts. Instead, they often hinge on a single, courageous, decisive action that initiates a powerful ripple effect. This isn't to say that sustained effort isn't necessary,
but rather that the initial spark, the tipping point, is frequently just one courageous step away. That single step can break inertia, build momentum, and align all the inner work you've done with your external reality. Think of a massive flywheel. It requires immense effort to get it moving initially, but once it starts turning, each subsequent push adds to its momentum, making it easier and easier to spin. Your transformation operates in a similar fashion. The knowledge you've gained in these chapters is the understanding of how the flywheel works. The one act is that initial, powerful push that sets everything in motion. It's the critical first domino that knocks down all the others. So, what is this one act? It's not necessarily a grand public declaration or a massive overhaul. Often it's a small, focused, consistent action that directly addresses a core area of your desired transformation. It could be sending that email you've been procrastinating on, making that difficult phone call, dedicating the first 30 minutes of your day to your most important goal, writing the first paragraph of your book, or simply forgiving yourself for a past mistake. The power of this single act lies not just in the act itself, but in its ability to signal to your subconscious, to the universe, and most importantly to yourself, that you are serious about your commitment. One of the greatest barriers to this decisive action is often fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of success, fear of the unknown. This fear can manifest as procrastination, overthinking, or seeking more information instead of taking a tangible step. However, as we discussed in the unshakable core, courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to move forward despite it. Your one act is often the very thing that frightens you most because it represents a genuine leap into the unknown, a step beyond your current comfort zone. Embrace that fear as a signal that you're on the right track, that you're truly at a tipping point. Another aspect of being one act away is understanding the power of commitment. When you commit to a single specific action, you align your conscious intention with your subconscious programming. You are literally telling your inner architect, this is what we're doing now. This commitment clears away ambiguity and directs your energy with laser-like precision. It's not about trying, it's about doing. Trying implies the possibility of failure without consequences. Doing with full commitment means you will learn and adjust until you achieve your desired outcome. Commitment is the fuel for decisive action. The concept of acting the part is crucial here. The book snippets you provided briefly mentioned you need to act like the person you want to become so the things you want will naturally come to you. As the saying goes, before you can have something, you first must be something. This is not about faking it until you make it in a dishonest way. It's about embodying the identity of your future self right now. If you want to be a successful entrepreneur, start acting with the discipline, problem-solving mindset, and confidence of an entrepreneur today. If you want to be a vibrant, healthy individual, start making the daily choices that a vibrant, healthy person would make. Your actions are the most powerful affirmations of your evolving identity. When you consistently act as if you already are the person you aspire to be, you send a coherent, powerful signal to your subconscious. Your subconscious, which doesn't distinguish between imagination and reality, begins to adjust your internal blueprint, bringing your habits, your beliefs, and your energetic signature into alignment with this new identity. This alignment then naturally attracts the circumstances, opportunities, and resources that resonate with who you are becoming. The being precedes the having. This final chapter serves as a call to immediate, inspired action. All the insights on limitlessness, time, energy, subconscious, habits, resilience, and gratitude are tools in your arsenal. But tools, however sharp, are useless if they remain in the toolbox. Now is the moment to pick them up and begin building. Don't wait for perfect conditions, for more information, or for external validation. The tipping point often emerges from unexpected places. triggered by a single, bold decision. To embody the tipping point and unleash your moment of decisive action, first, identify your next smallest action. Based on your biggest goal or the area of your life you most want to transform, what is the single smallest, most immediate action you can take right now? Make it so small that it feels impossible to fail. Second, define your desired identity. Clearly articulate the person you are becoming. For example, I am a disciplined creator, or I am a confident leader. Third, act from your future self's perspective. Before taking action, pause and ask yourself, if I were already the person I aspire to be, what would I do in this situation? How would I respond? Then act from that perspective. Fourth, embrace imperfect action. Release the need for perfection. Your first step doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be taken. Learn, adjust, and iterate. Fifth, commit fully without a backup plan. When you take this decisive action, commit to it wholeheartedly. Burn the bridges to retreat. This level of commitment empowers your subconscious to find solutions. Sixth, celebrate the act itself. Focus on the victory of taking the action regardless of the immediate outcome. This reinforces the positive habit loop and builds momentum for the next step. Seventh, trust the process and the momentum. Understand that one action leads to another. The tipping point creates a cascade of events. Trust that the universe will respond to your commitment and effort. This is not the end of your journey. It is merely the completion of this particular guide and the beginning of your most profound chapter yet, the one you write through your actions. You possessed an extraordinary internal compass, a powerful engine, and a limitless blueprint. All that remains is for you to take the next decisive step. The power is not somewhere out there, it has always been within you. It's time to unleash it. You are not just capable of achieving great things, you were designed for them. Your future is not a distant dream, it is one act away. Go forth with unwavering belief and create the unbelievable. The world awaits your masterpiece.
Epilogue. We have reached the culmination of this profound journey of exploration, a deep dive into the core of your boundless power and potential. From realizing your limitless nature to understanding the alchemy of time, the resonance of energy, the architecture of the subconscious, the blueprint of habits, the fortress of inner resilience, the abundance of gratitude, and the freedom of being perpetually under construction, each chapter has been a key, unlocking a door to a higher version of yourself. Now, as the curtain begins to close on this guide, we are not ending, but rather beginning a new chapter. The chapter of your consciously designed life, played with purpose and actualized with unwavering belief. Remember, knowledge without action is merely unrealized potential. We have filled your toolkit with the most powerful instruments for creation. You now have a profound understanding of how your thoughts shape reality, how your emotions attract experiences, how your habits carve your destiny, and how every moment is an opportunity to sculpt yourself. Yet all of this remains an unplayed melody, a symphony awaiting its conductor, which is you. True transformation is not an overnight event or a static final destination. It is a continuous dance, an unending evolution, a perpetual process of refinement. Every day is a new canvas, every challenge an opportunity for growth, and every breath a promise of untapped potential. You are not a finished product. You are a masterpiece, constantly in creation.
evolving with every conscious decision, every brave action, and every moment of reflection. So what will you do with this newfound power? Will you let this audiobook gather dust? Or will you make it your personal manual for an extraordinary life? The challenge now rests with you to apply, experiment, and integrate these truths into the very fabric of your being. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Do not postpone until you feel ready. Remember, you are just one act away from new momentum, one decision from profound change, one step from transcending what you believed possible. Trust in your inner power. This is no longer an abstract concept. It is a truth you possess. Your belief in yourself is the greatest catalyst for everything you wish to achieve. Let that belief be your compass, your actions the steps towards your goals, and your persistence the testament to your dedication to your own life's symphony. As you step forward, carry this awareness with you. You are blessed with boundless potential. Time is your canvas. Your energy is your broadcast. Your subconscious is your architect. Your habits are your blueprint. Your resilience is your shield, and your gratitude is your magnet. These are not just words. This is the wisdom residing within you, waiting to be beautifully played. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep becoming the most authentic and empowered version of yourself. Your symphony of being awaits. Play it boldly, live it passionately, and let your limitless melody resonate throughout the world. The true journey has just begun.